Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another All Sports Culture YouTube video. The NBA Finals is here, starts on Thursday, and we got the Golden State Warriors and the Boston Celtics. I'm here just to give you my thoughts, a little preview for the finals, who I think is going to win. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like this video and support the All Sports Culture. Follow us on Instagram. And with that, let's talk about the NBA Finals. Eastern Conference Finals was unbelievable between the Miami Heat and the Boston Celtics. We saw an incredible series from Jason Tatum, Al Horford, Jaylen Brown, the big three on that team. But obviously, you run into players like Grant Williams, who's going to make an impact on that Boston team. But things were not looking good for the Celtics team at the beginning of the year. They have fully turned it around, and that's because of kind of the offensive defensive play that we've seen from this team. Big shout out to Brad Stevens, what he's done in his first year as the, basketball operations, VP basketball operations, whatever the title is. A big shout out to Ime Udoka as well, obviously in his first year as a coach. Unbelievable what the Celtics has done. Now, as for the other side, we can talk about the Golden State Warriors and their thrashing of teams in the NBA playoffs, all because of their offensive firepower with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, Jordan Poole. They have so many guys that are just dynamic playmakers on both sides of the ball. Obviously, I mentioned Draymond in that conversation. What you see primarily from him defensively, we know how good of a defender he is every single year. Klay Thompson, his just impact on the game is unbelievable. They need Klay Thompson. Obviously, Colin Cowherd was saying that they are scared. They actually don't want to keep Klay Thompson, and that they think that Jordan Poole is going to be exactly him, and they should trade him and get a bunch of other needs, which is so dumb. But we got Boston and Golden State in the NBA Finals. And look, I want Boston just because we haven't seen this team in the finals since 2010. I really like what they're doing. Jason Tatum, we kind of, obviously, when you think of a player that's kind of in that top five, he's in like the top 10, top five. You don't really know how elite he is. I'm thinking of Jason Tatum in that regard. If Jason Tatum wins this ring, he's obviously the best player on the best team. Where do we rank him in the sense? Because I don't think logistically a lot of people would say he's a top five player in the league right now, but you also can consider, if you look back at the best player on the best team for however many years in the past, they've all been in that top five category. And this is maybe the moment in time we're going to look back on Jason Tatum being that top five player in the league, because we all know the potential he has. I don't know where you'd rank him, and that's a very intriguing thing. And you go to Jaylen Brown as well, Marcus Smart. There's a lot of guys on this team that are just so fun. And obviously the Celtics team, I'm really a fan of, and I want them to win. But with Golden State, it's such a funny and intriguing storyline because Steph Curry is going for his fourth ring. And obviously we know this legacy, this dynasty that the Warriors are on. They're just an unbelievable team. I just would love the storyline of seeing Steph Curry win another ring, because now you're really talking on a fourth ring. He's probably the greatest point guard of all time now. I know a lot of people already think that. I still think it's Magic personally. But if he wins this ring, gets another Finals MVP, really shows off, he's had a great year. That comes into play, the whole Warriors as a whole. There's a lot of intriguing storylines, in my opinion, regarding this Golden State team. I would kind of not have a problem with them winning at all. So Golden State, Boston, I'm fine with either team winning. Now, what I think is going to happen, I think it's going to be the Warriors, and I think they're going to win in 6 games. The thing with Boston is they are obviously an extremely elite team. I think everyone can, especially defensively, they are unbelievable. But besides the Nets were a little funky as well, they haven't really played a surefire offensive firepower team with multitudes of offensive guys that can score. Now, if you go in the Nets series, Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, I know they're regarded as like the best offensive team, or should have been coming into the year. Things didn't work out. And then after the Nets, you run into the Bucks. No Chris Middleton. The only player on that team offensively who can score is Giannis. I know Drew contributed a couple times on the offensive side, but for the most part, you're just expecting him defensively to do it. And then you go to Miami. Like I just said, Jimmy Butler is pretty much the only guy. So there's one guy. So I say Kevin Durant, and then you run to Giannis being the only one, Jimmy, and I know they're all really good. But with Golden State, you got Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole, like I just mentioned. They have these offensive firepower guys that I just think it's going to be a lot for Boston. I know they've been great defensively. I think they can hold their own in some games, but for the most part, it might be too much. And I think Golden State is just, they're blowing everyone out of the water. They've just been so good all year long. And I think this dynasty continues, and I'm going to go with them in 6 games. That is my prediction. That's kind of my rundown on the playoffs, Eastern Conference, Western Conference, the NBA Finals. Hope you all enjoyed that quick video. Let me know if you guys want to see my reactions to the NBA Finals after it's done. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys later.